will tell me the full meaning of the NDLEA. All right. I believe we know that our schools are doing a very powerful job, right? Okay. And then there will be a special song rendition, and we'll have our next keynote speaker who would speak on the health hazards of drug abuse syndrome, right? I'll tell you his name when it's time. And we also have another keynote speaker who will teach on rejection as a result of drug abuse. I'm trying to open up your minds on what you're going to receive today. And I'm saying this so that the video can get ready, the intro video on the horrors of drug abuse can get ready. And after that, we would also have a break and a game time and a quiz time. And then there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions, and you will get answers. And we'll take pictures, and there will be vote of thanks, and we'll be out of here. Do you like what you just heard? Can you put your hands together for Liftedbreeds and Ifakojaye Look and Honorable Phylum and all that they've done? How many of us was here in our May program? Did you have a good time? Did you like what you heard? Some people are smiling, some are not smiling. If you are not here, welcome again. If you are not here, welcome. And if you were here the first time, welcome again. So if you know you had so much fun that day, you learned, you relaxed yourself. I know today is not that day that your teacher will come and bore, not bore. Your teacher will come to class and tell you a lot of things that you're not ready to hear. Today, you have the opportunity to learn something different. That is why your school released you to be here. And I would love to also, recognize the schools here. So when I call the name of your school, please increase your round of applause. Okay? So we have with us Bisben College, Christ College, Iju Senior Grammar School, Iju Junior Grammar School, Akel Model College, Faba Junior Grammar School, Ifakoijaye High School, Shomari Senior Comprehensive School, Everbright College. Thank you all. We welcome you again. Thank your preparator. Thank you your principal, your school administration for releasing you to us for a wonderful time of learning. So without taking much of our time, can we get straight into the video if it is ready so we can have an introduction of what we are here for today? Are we ready to hear that? So I'm going to be asking some questions. So please, those questions would be about what we'll do today and also about the people that are championing today's cause. If the video is ready, can it play? Yeah. And the sound be up. Thank you.
In the hearts of Nigeria, in the classrooms, streets, and homes of our teenagers and youth, its silent menace grows. A menace of In the hearts of Nigeria, in the classrooms, streets, and homes of our teenagers and youth, its silent menace grows. A menace of chemical escape, of broken dreams, and of invisible chains. Today, we look into the horrors of drug abuse, not as a distant headline, but as a real danger threatening the lives of our young people, the stability of families, and the future of society. The scale of drug abuse in Nigeria is staggering. According to the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, 14 million Nigerians are estimated to be involved in and addicted to harmful substances. Among secondary school students in Lagos, a 2024 study found that 13.6% have tried drugs and 6.9% are currently using them. Other research review place prevalence among students and youth between 20 to 40% depending on the location and substance. The drugs abused are many, cannabis, tramadol, codeine-based syrups, cough syrups, prescription sedatives, even inhalants. Access is disturbingly easy. Many young people obtain drug from pharmacies or patent medicine shops, open drug markets, from friends or fellow users. Reasons behind the abuse are complex: peer pressure, curiosity, escape from emotional stress, expectation to boost performance, or simply to belong. For each young person caught in these grips, the cost is high. Drug abuse destroys the health, damaging organs, weakening the immune system, triggering psychiatric illness, depression, anxiety, psychosis. Learning suffers, attendance, grade, opportunities slip away. There are incidents of accident, overdose, self-harm. Youth lose years of their lives chasing highs, numbness, or escape. Families too suffer in silent anguish. Parents watch their transformation. Trust erodes, secrecy, lies, theft, missing money, financial resources drained, either to feed addiction or to pay for treatment or even for legal troubles. Relationships fracture. Siblings feel neglected. Parents feel shame, guilt, helplessness. Often there is no support or fear of societal stigma keep the problem hidden. Our society bear the cost in many ways. The health system strain from overdose, chronic illness, mental health care, law enforcement burdened by drug trafficking, crime linked to substance abuse, productivity lost when youth cannot fulfill their potential. The economic toll is real. Studies show that substance abuse negatively affects economic growth, while rehabilitation and prevention can yield positive returns. Social trust weakens, communities become unsafe, social cohesion diminishes as addiction, crime, and despair spread. But this is not a story without hope, because awareness can spark change. Because when families, schools, and communities act together, when governments support rehabilitation, education, treatment, not just punishment, when youth are given purpose, opportunity, voice, then the tide can be turned. Let us break the silence. Let us reach into the shadows. Let us reclaim our young people, our families, our future from the horrors of drug abuse. Every life lost, every dream deferred, every family torn apart. These are not inevitable. They can be prevented. This is our call to stand up, speak out, care deeply for the sake of Nigeria's youth, for the sake of us all. God bless our children.
Wow, 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 wow. Can you put your hands together for that? So you know what we are here. You can see that. So it was about the World Mental Health Day. What did I say? see that we are so concerned about the things that pertain to your mental health. Because when you are healthy in your body, in your soul, and in your mind, you're able to function as a good what? You're able to function as a whole human being. Do you understand now? So today's is like a one-day mental health awareness program or event. And we are in commemoration with our Independence Day celebration and the World Health Mental Day. And it is on that note that we present to you the horrors of drug abuse, which is what we are about today. And we're going to talk about possible solutions that we'll be hearing today from professionals so that we can know how to reduce this thing, this bad occurrence, this bad phenomenon that is eating deep into our society. And on that note, if the CEO of the Liftedbreeds is present, would like to have her for her brief introduction. Please, can we make welcome Mrs. Francesca Okonkwo for her introduction. Keep clapping till she comes to take the microphone from me. You're very much welcome, ma'am. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. You're all welcome. In fact, whenever I see children, I'm always excited. You guys are so dear in my heart. You are very dear. Do you know why? Because you are the future leaders. And I want to be a part of that growth to you becoming future leaders. So I welcome you all here today. If you are here, just know that you are privileged. Just know that destiny brought you here. It's not because you were just chosen in school. It looks like that. But the truth is, it has already been orchestrated. So put your hands together for yourselves. What it means is that you guys are ready to go on through that journey to becoming great young men and women. So I'm going to introduce myself once again. My name is Francesca Nsume Okonkwo. I am the CEO, Liftedbreeds Foundation. And the full meaning of Liftedbreeds is life invested for transformation in every dimension. And we have a vision, listen to the vision, to raise youngsters like you to transforming their world and society. And we have 4 core areas we are doing that: leadership, career direction, character formation, and emotional intelligence. Today's program is connected to emotional intelligence. So we are trusting and praying and hoping that everything you're going to hear today, you don't open just your ears, you open your heart. You open your heart. Drug abuse is one of the greatest, if not the greatest damage happening to the young ones. Colos, there is one that their names, I don't know. And there are some people, young people just take and they say, no, it's not drug, it's just. But every one of them is a danger. If you want to be sound in your mind, if you want to be sound mentally, if you want to be sound emotionally, you need to stay away from drug abuse. Let not pressure, peer pressure, my friends or family or anything, no matter what it is, let it not take you, let it not push you to going into drug abuse. Because when you begin to do drugs, you're already destroying your destiny. And how can you become a leader? How can you rule? How can you influence when something is already influencing you? When you're already a slave and an influence to something that is eventually going to destroy you finally. So I welcome you once again. And I want you to put your hands together again for yourself. Congratulations for coming. Today, I want to welcome, I want to acknowledge, I am actually supposed to start from there, but I don't know. You, these children, you're always first in my heart. I'm so, with now observing all protocols, I want to first appreciate Honorable Adenekon Oriyomi Ibrahim Phylum, the counselor for Ward C, to put your hands together for him. The counselor for Ward C2, Ifako Ijayi. He has made it possible for some of you to be here. He is brought into this vision because his heart also is drawing to you young ones. And I also want to appreciate the executive chairman of Ifako Ijayi local government, Prince Usman Akombi Hamzat. The deputy chairman, the executive deputy chairman, Mrs. Oluwatoyin Awoniyi Akerele. I want to also acknowledge Honorable Kayode Adebo, leader of the House of the Legislative Arm of Ifako Ijayi local government. I also acknowledge Honorable Adewale Temitope Adedeji, Lagos State Assembly, Ifako Ijayi local government. Mr. Honorable Oladimeji Okpeyemi, Special Senior Assistant on Youth Mobilization for the Governor of Lagos State. And Mrs. Kaitel Kehinde, National Orientation Agency, Ijayi, local government. And the HOD for education. That's the one you should clap for too now. He's the HOD for education. And Otumba Eitayo Ogumola, Comrade Oluwaseun Ayomashe. That is the Nigerian Youth Council Coordinator, Ifako Ijayi. And we also want to welcome our facilitators. We have a man whose heart is speaking, is going to speak to you. He's not just going to talk. His heart will speak to you today. He's an awesome man with a heart of gold. His name is Dr. Anthony Ofili. Put your hands together for him. And we also have an emotional intelligence coach that will be speaking to you briefly. His name is Emeka Nwokike. Please open your heart to listen. Take down notes and be ready to respond. I welcome you once again. And I want to announce, listen, you know, when we say we are very particular about each and every one of you, we mean it. So if you have issues bothering you and you don't know who to talk to, you can go and drop your number there. Silently, nobody is going to know. With the executive there, you drop your number and then you get my number. I'll reach out to you. If you have any issue, are you hearing me? You are struggling with anything, it's going to be treated confidentially. Don't worry. You will not be disgraced. You will not be exposed, but you will be fine. So I use this thought to say once again, welcome, and God bless you.
Thank you very much, ma. Please, a round of applause for Mrs. Francesca Okonkwo. That was a very beautiful introduction. I mean, you can see the heart of the person that has gathered us here. So let us make this time count. Let us make this time what? And I know that you will get value. Today is going to be awesome. So pull out your books and your biro. Open your ears. Avoid distraction. You know how you want to receive a gift from your parents. Christmas is coming, right? And maybe they promise you something and you are expectant. That is the attitude I want you to exhibit right now, so that you will not miss out on anything that is being said. And how did I forget to introduce myself as the person that will be guiding us today in whatever we're going to do today? Okay, so my name is Amara Ernest, and I am a professional event host, and I manage events like this, where I guide you through communicating the mind of our organizers so that you would understand what you are going to be receiving in this place today. And of course, I also go by the name, the colorful host. And by colorful, I mean your day will be colorful. I know I can already see colors of different schools in this place. So open your mind. Don't say drug. Drug. Open your mind to what you're going to receive. Because to a stitch in time, they say, saves what? So it means that whatever you're going to do today is going to help you for the what? For the future. All right. Having said that, I also want to remind you that I know that our schools do not encourage the use of phones, mobile phones. And I know that for some people at a certain age, maybe they have access to. So you can drop the contact of your parents, or you can also write it in a note, maybe as a letter, and we can have it. You can by yourself go give it to Mrs. Okonkwo, so that you will not say she said people that have phone number. I don't have phone number, so I will not go, and so I will not give. Okay? Yes, all right. Okay. So, having said that, make sure that you send, if there's any question that is bothering you, do not say they did not give me chance to say it. She has mentioned by herself now that you have an opportunity to do what? To come and speak to her. And it is going to be confidential. Confidential means you can trust that nobody would hear what you have said to her except her. So it's between you, God, and her. Are we together? And there is no way we would continue without acknowledging our partners, people that have partnered with us to make today a success. We would love to appreciate, and as I call their names, please give a round of applause so that they will know that we are very grateful that they are part of what we are doing here today. Can we appreciate Taste of Braze? Can we appreciate Flour Mills? And Intercontinental Distillers Limited. Thank you so much for supporting what we are doing today. It goes ahead to show that they are also interested about our growth, our mental health, and our general well-being. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing this for us. We are very grateful. We know that we have some guests that have joined us, and I know that Ma Francesca has acknowledged some of them, but we will continue that in the course of time. But right now, we would love to introduce one of our facilitators that would come and speak to us. The CEO said something. She said he will speak to us from his heart. So it means that your heart, you have to be in a posture of learning so you can receive whatever it is that he's going to say. Remember, whatever you're hearing today can go a long way in shaping your future. And that being said, the person I'm about to invite is a health and wellness coach. He has shown himself credible as an authority, and that is why in a case like this, we were talking about our mental health, we found it very important to have him in our midst. And like I said earlier, he will be speaking to us on the health hazards of drug abuse syndrome. You watch the video. This is a follow-up conversation. Now, with a standing ovation and a round of applause, let us make welcome Dr. Anthony Ofili for his powerful session. Keep clapping till he comes and get the microphone from me. Keep clapping so that he will know that we received him with arms open wide. Keep clapping. Don't stop clapping. Keep clapping till he gets here. Oh, Oh, welcome, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Good morning, children. Good morning, students. You know, it's very humbling to be before the leaders of tomorrow, right? You are the future of our country, right? If you know that you are the future of Nigeria, let me see your hands up. If you know that you have a bright future, let me see your hands up. If you know that you will change this country for good, let me see your hands up. Wow, wow, wow. That means Nigeria will be better. Okay, let me get straight into it. As she has already introduced me, my name is Dr. Ophili Anthony. I'm a medical doctor by profession. I'm a public health physician. I'm a family medicine practitioner. And I have children like you. So today we're going to be talking about something that is very, very important. Something that we have found to be affecting children at an alarming rate. Something that if we don't tell you about it now, you will fall into what? The trap. You fall into the trap. So what is the trap? Next slide. What is the trap? What is the trap? The trap of drug abuse. And this trap, what does it do? It's an unseen war for your future. We just talked about it now, that your future is bright, that you are the leaders of tomorrow. But this thing is something that can steal that future away from you. This is something that can steal that future away from you. Can you all see the screen? This one is not working. Okay. So the statistics is showing now that 1 out of every 7 children are at risk of drug abuse. So if you count 7 of you, 1 of you has the risk of drug abuse. And currently in the country, at least 14.4% of people aged between 15 and 64 years old are already into drug abuse. That means 15 out of every 100 people are already into it. So it's alarming. And when they did the world average, when they calculated on an average the percentage of people that use drugs in the whole world, Nigeria currently has 3 times that number. 3 times that number. That's very, very alarming. So that means drug abuse is among us already. There's nothing new about it. But we need to make sure that you people don't fall victim to it. How many of you want to fall victim to drug abuse? Yes or no? Can you all hear me? I need responses from you. How many of you want to fall victim of drug abuse? None. Good. So what is drug abuse? What is drug abuse? Is when you repeatedly use any form of substance that has negative consequences. So the student that came out here and talked about drug as something that you take that can affect you positively or negatively. No, that can be a medication. But when you talk about drug, is something that affects you negatively, something that has negative consequences and makes the person not have the control of stopping himself from doing it, despite the fact that the person knows is causing them harm. At the end of this, I'm going to ask you questions, so I need you to pay attention. What did I say drug abuse is? Drug abuse is when you use any substance, any substance, There's nothing like I will do it and I will come back. Are you listening? Are you all listening? There's nothing like if I just try it, because it's a monster. Once you try it, it's like a kidnapper. He grabs the person and does not let that person go. How easy is it for people to escape from kidnappers' den in Nigeria? Is it easy? That's how the drugs are. It's like a kidnapper. When he grabs the person and shuts the person away from his family, shuts him away from his friends, shuts him away from his future. Takes everything that person has. And we will see it as we go along, how it does this. Now, this is a typical example. This is Emeka. Emeka, as you can see, Emeka, cool guy, right? When he's normal, he's gentle, he's attentive, you know. He's brilliant and humble. But when he's on drug, what happens? Which one do you prefer? Excellent. So, this wonderful Emeka you are seeing, when he's on drugs, he becomes very rough. When you are talking to him, he's very distracted, he's dull and violent. Now, this is part of the trap. This is called the domino effect. How many of you know what a domino is? It's a game. You line up, blocks after blocks. But what happens is that once one block falls, it brings the other one down, brings the other down until the whole thing falls down. So this is the domino effect. When you take drugs, the first place it hits is your body, the physical part. Immediately after that, it affects the person's mind. It affects your mind. Then after that, it affects your education. Then from there, enters your family and your future. So you see, it's like fire. Once it starts burning everything. It starts burning everything. So let's look at Emeka's story. This is an example of the domino effect. It doesn't stop at, let me just try it once. The first one, the health domino, the brain, once you take drug, it changes the person's brain. Addiction is a brain disease. It's not a lack of willpower. There's nothing like, I will do it, I will stop tomorrow. It's a brain disease. It affects the brain. The next thing is that it starts making the person anxious. You become depressed. You become psychotic. You know what psychosis is? Kolo. The person starts behaving irrational. Right? And currently, like we've already said, United Nations is saying at least 3 million Nigerians have this challenge. That's a lot of people. After it starts affecting the brain, the person starts forgetting things. Memory fails. The person starts skipping classes and eventually drops out. And because of this, you start having problems in your family, distressing your mother, distressing your father. Some of them, they run away from home. They sell their parents' things to buy drugs. They stop being obedient. They get involved in all sorts of terrible practices that destroys their future. And last of all, the wonderful bright dreams that God has given you is gone. So you see why it's so important not to fall into that trap. So based on the topic we have, we're going to go straight now into the effects. It's a bit scientific. I'm going to try as much as possible to keep it simple. How many of you are science students here? Okay, a good population. That's fair enough. So if any of you, at the end of this, if any of you has any questions on it, I'll entertain it so that we can make sure you understand. So cannabis, marijuana, Igbo, how many of people have heard of it? Can you raise your hands? Good. So you hear about it in social media, you see people talk about it, you see people try and make it look cool. There's nothing cool about it. You tell me one person that takes that substance that behaves normal. Not one of them. The minimum you will see is that they are hyperactive. Their body is always shaking. That's not normal. There's nothing good about your body shaking. And I will explain to you where the problem is. Number one, most of those people, it first makes them very lazy. They don't want to do anything. They become unproductive. Some of them, they just smoke it all day. That's why you see them, they stay in corners. And that's what they do all day. They can't plan for their future again. They become very lazy. They don't clean their environment. They don't want to walk. They don't want to do anything else because it shuts down their motivation. It makes them very lazy. Next thing, it causes paranoia. Can somebody tell me what paranoia is? Very quickly. One person. Paranoia. Paranoid. What do you think? What's it? I'm asking you. Yes. Just hazard a guess. Great. You are not yourself. That's a good guess. So what does paranoid mean? You are always afraid. Unreasonable. Always angry. Anxious. But the main characteristics, thank you very much. The main characteristics of paranoid is that you have fear that people want to kill you. You just feel as if the whole world is against you. So you behave irrationally towards other people. Somebody comes now, you look at the person, you say, this one, maybe he wants to fight me. So it makes them very agitated. So you can imagine somebody, after taking marijuana, fearing every time. Always afraid. Schizophrenia, what does that mean? I won't bother asking you people. Schizophrenia is called multiple personality. Today, he's calm. Tomorrow, he's wild. Schizophrenia, he's shifting. Multiple personality. That's what marijuana can cause. Tramadol. How many of you have heard of tramadol, codeine? How many of you? Okay, so this one comes in the form of tablets. It can be, you tell you, if you take it, if your body is paining you, it will make you very strong and all. But it's very addictive. It was once sold in this country as the way you take your ibuprofen, the way you take your diclofenac to help for pain. But the problem is that it's very addictive. Once you start taking it, the possibility of you not wanting to stop is very high. So what's the problem with it now? It can cause seizure, cause liver, kidney damage. As you saw in the video, it can make the person start forgetting things, leads to that addiction I told you. And as I said, it is very, very addictive. So imagine taking something that is going to damage your liver and damage your kidney, and you cannot stop. You see, that's a big trap, right? You know that this thing I'm taking is destroying, because of course when the liver and the kidney is damaged, it will be causing pain, the person will be sick, the person will be going to the hospital every time, but the person cannot stop. That's very, very addictive. Then Mkpuru most in the southeast, right, is a monster on his own. It causes tooth decay. They have skin rashes. You see them. You people watch it in videos. Somebody is agitated and is always scratching himself. He feels as if that there's worm all over his body. Then cocaine. You see it in movies, white powder, commonest. Anything white powder, anybody says, just put it in your nose. Please never get involved in it. It is terrible. It causes the person to go out of their person, makes them very depressed without taking it, makes them, so if you watch, maybe you watch movies and they tell you, somebody just took white powder in his nose and now the person is just, killing everybody and doing many things. Yes, that may be true, but the main effect of cocaine is that it makes people take dangerous risk. So somebody can take it now and decide that he wants to jump off a 3-story building. Will he survive? Who said yes? So when they are doing that thing, it's not courage. when they take it, it's not that they are courageous. They take dangerous risks. They can go in front of the road now and say they want to stop motor. Will they survive? If you go in front of the express that you want to stop a car, will the person survive? Okay, so I'm going to try not to take too much of our time on this because it's also a bit technical, but I hope you people understand it. You will hear people now saying they use different names. They use different names to make people take these things. They tell you, oh, loud. You hear loud, you hear colos. How many of you have heard that here? Now, here's the problem. This loud, they make it sound soft. Girls now are taking it. They're loud, loud, loud. What's loud? It's actually enhanced marijuana. It's worse than Igbo. On a higher level, about 300 to 400% stronger. What is the immediate effect when they take it? They start having anxiety. They start having paranoia. Their heartbeat goes fast. Big, 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 big. They black out. They just black out. They lose coordination. They can't walk straight. They have psychotic episodes. All these challenges just because the person wants to be high. Is it a good exchange? Is it a good exchange? What is the long-term effect? It stops the person's brain. If you watch people that take drugs, they are not intelligent. They will just be talking. Once you start bringing intelligent conversation, they start fighting you. Why? Because it has damaged their brain. Permanent memory loss. You can't even remember anything again. Mental illness, depression, anxiety, addiction, Motivation killer. The person loses any form of ambition, stops caring. Next slide. So that looked like a real life situation. This guy's story, he's 19 years old. His name is Chidi. He started smoking loud at age 16. It was just something we did as a gang. By 18, he was already hearing voices telling him to harm himself. He dropped out of university, spent 3 months in psychiatric hospital. His parents had to sell their car for his treatment because treatment for this thing is not cheap. And now he has to be on drugs, medications. You see the difference. Drugs is harmful, medications is for treatment. Medications for life. So that harmless, just try it, has destroyed his future. It has cost him his whole future. What about Funke? She's 21 years old. She was the best science student in her school. She started smoking gas, which is also another word for loud. Within a year, he couldn't remember basic formulas. How many of you don't want to be able to remember your formulas? Any of you? The person can't even remember again. He failed his WAEC twice. His friends moved to the university while he was stuck because of this addiction. Now the person is selling recharge card while his mates are in 3rd year. Does any of you want to make that mistake? I can't hear you. Heroin, same thing. It's called snag. You recognize it by the same thing. White powder, brown powder, and all that. That one is terrible. The person will just stop breathing, slow his heart, becomes blue, go into coma, and can die from it. Can cause violent vomiting, intense itching, mental confusion. The person just nods out. What's the long-term effect? Infections. Because heroin, they use injections. All those ones you see in injection. Infections, HIV, hepatitis B, vein collapse, the person's tooth is destroyed, brain damage, heart problems. How do you know these people when you see them? Their eyes are always inside. They have dark eyes. Their nose is constantly running. They have marks on their hands, and they can lose extreme weight. Now, this is another one that is entering the country gradually. It's called Kush, the zombie drug. Can you play the video? Can you see how a human being is behaving? So this particular one just converts the person into a zombie. Destroys the person's life. So it causes mental shutdown. The person can't think or even speak properly. Stagger, walk around, blank stare. It becomes a zombie. Slurred speech, detached from reality. How do you know them? Their eyes are red, glassy. Their body smells as if they just set them on fire, chemical on their body. You see sometimes they might have white residue on their mouths, shaking hands, constant running nose. What does it cause? Same thing. They are all demonic monsters. They cause tooth decay. The brain shrinks. The heart issues, kidney issues. Physically, the person becomes psychotic. Starts hearing voices, extreme paranoia, suicidal thoughts, cognitive impairment. None of the effects of drugs is good. Not one. Not one. What is also the effect? If you say, oh, drug abuse is my life, I'll do what I want with it. No, it's not true. Next slide. It doesn't affect only you, the user. See Aisha. Aisha is a sister to somebody who uses drugs. As the person's addiction grew, he became a different person. He comes home angry and violent. He took his sister's saving, what she was supposed to use to buy jam form, and spent it on drugs, causing constant fighting, shame, and made it impossible for Aisha to study. And then she started failing. She's always living in fear, anxious. The person she knew is gone. That drug user becomes a stranger. So even this drug abuse doesn't even affect the person alone. It doesn't affect the person alone. Wow, okay. Next slide. So what is the escape route? How many of you want to escape it here? Let me see your hands up. Some of you want to stay. How many of you want to escape drug abuse? Everybody. Everybody. Everybody must escape drug abuse. So how do you do it? First, you need to know why. Why? What's behind the pressure people keep asking people to take drugs? Number one, they want you to fit into a group, okay? So they want me to join, to belong. That's number one. Second one, escape. They want me to escape. You feel cool now, it will make you high. Third one, which you have to be aware of, some of them, they themselves, they are not confident, so they want to find other people that they can oppress. Not because they love you. They want somebody they can oppress. So their own insecurities, they will tell you to come and join them so that they will be your boss, right? So now you know that anybody that is coming to you, either he wants to pressure you to belong, or he wants you to, tell you to release stress, or so that you feel cool. Next slide. So how do they do this? How? They do this by bullying and intimidating. You see people who come to you and tell you, if you must take this thing. Do you understand? They do it by spiking your food and drinks. You have to be careful. Nowadays, going to some gatherings, parties, even among people that are older than you, be careful. They can put some of these drugs in the person's drinks and food. Now they sell them as cookies. You see somebody tells you he's eating a cookie, and you ask him, he says, no, just leave this one. Please leave that one. Don't join them in taking anything that you know yourself by their behavior is not proper food. Are you all listening? Are you all listening?
Yes, sir.
Another one is daring. At your age, they will tell you, I dare you to take it. Take it. I dare you. I dare you. I can tell you cannot take it. Don't follow anybody to bet and dare. Don't do it. The next one is they will lie to you. They'll tell you it will make you smarter. It will make you cool. You belong. You'll be done. Don't listen to them. It's all lies. Lastly, they will tell you ostracize. You are not part of us. Come off for here. You'll be Jew man. You don't know what's happening. Don't mind them. It's better for you to be ostracized and be alive than to join them and die. How do you escape? You have to prepare yourself ahead. What do you tell them? Straightforward. You say, no, thanks. I don't do it. I don't do it. Next, you can come up with a joke. Say anything. You can tell them, my head is light, so if I try, I go die. You know? You can also shift priority. Tell them, I need to study. You can find a way. Shift the blame to your parents. If I try, my parents go kill me. You know? Or you can basically just walk away. Just walk away. Choose your friends wisely. Real friends will not pressure you. Anybody that is pressuring you, you must do this thing, you must do this thing, you must belong, is not your real friend. Find ways, because at your age, after some time, a lot of energy will be entering your body. This thing they're already doing in the US, in America. We will start it here. We're already doing it. Find ways of using that energy. Find a sport, find music, find something productive to use the energy for so that they don't distract you into taking drugs. And most importantly, you must have somebody to talk to. You don't know everything at this age. You are still very young. There are things that you don't understand, and it's normal. We can talk about drugs today now. There are things that you can't understand about it. It's normal. But you must have somebody that you can trust. Like we talked about today, at the end of this, you meet the counselors. We have counselors. And ask them questions. Tell them what you are involved in so that they can advise you properly and make sure you don't fall victim. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope you all gained something.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Yes, it's just the sound. We have taken care of it. Thank you very much, Dr. Ophili. Please, can we give a round of applause to him? I saw the way he took his time to describe. I saw a couple of videos that he played. I hope we understood what he said very well. No, you need to say it so that this beauty should shake. They should know that you heard very well what you just received now. Do you understand everything that he said? Yes, okay, let me be a bit, let me be real. I hope you understood what he just said. Yes, are you familiar with the substances? No, you're not supposed to be familiar with the substances. What I mean is, do you understand what he said by white powder substances? Do you remember our introduction about what a drug is? We said it's a substance, right? That you take in, right? That means you will take it in. Whether it's going through, I'm not teaching you for anything, but wherever it's entering from, it means that you will take it in, and it can have a good or a bad impact in your words. And you saw the videos of the people that have been damaged by these substances that had bad impact in their body. You saw it, right? Was it looking good? So the goal of today is to make sure that you don't like drug abuse. That's the goal. We want to make it so real for you. Do you understand? So that you will understand what are the consequences. Remember, we have advantages and disadvantages. Do you remember? Like in our class notes, when we want to write, you say advantages of drug. Abi? So disadvantages of drug is now the what? Abuse. When you don't take it for medicine, as medicine to heal or cure or to prevent. When you now have other reasons why you take this drug. And remember, we're taking it step by step. By the end of today, we want you people to go out to the streets as preachers of what? The horrors of what? The horrors of what? I remember asking you the meaning of NDLEA. I asked somebody to tell me the full meaning. I know that you know it, but somebody will still and tell me that L means something else, local government. I don't want to hear it. So remember, we have questions for you, and we have something to give away to thank you for paying what? attention. For paying what? So the goal of today is that you will hear and you will do what? Do it. Whatever you hear, you will what? You do it. When they say don't stay there, you move away. Don't make anybody pressure you. Maybe you are still a small boy. You're still... The thing about drug abuse is it can damage you from the very start. Whether you have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, thereabouts. I know there's nobody at that age range here. I think we have from 7, maybe 8 and above. But in case you are, you should know what it is. You understand very well. And we know that by the time you leave this event program, you won't be confused, but you will have a better understanding. Are we learning? Are we learning? So now, if you have questions, you can write it down. There will be a time for a Q&A, and we can hand it over to him. So if you have, I would like to take like one question, maybe what's 1 or 2 questions? Just in case we will not be privileged to have Dr. Ophili stay through that time. Even if it's just one good question. While you get that ready, I will ask it again before I introduce our next speaker. Do you understand me? So remember that we said that there is somebody who made it possible for us to be here, who has partnered with what? Liftedbreeds to ensure that you are getting the best out of today. So before I introduce that person, now that you've understood what Dr. Ophili has said, can you now put your heads together for him? What do we say to him? Thank you. Thank you very much, sir, for that. We are very happy and we are glad that you have taken out your time to engage us in this learning session. We are very grateful, sir. All right, so I would love to welcome a very special person in our midst. If you know that he's special, do like this. Just wave, wave. All right. So let us make welcome the very important person in our midst. You see, I'm carrying people because I don't want to miss anything. I want to introduce him very, very well. So let's make welcome the Councillor of Ward 2, Ifakijaye local government area. And the person, and by making welcome, it means that you will be standing up gradually. As I clap, you are standing up gradually. So with a standing ovation, let us make welcome Honorable Adeneko Ibrahim, a.k.a. Phylum. Keep clapping till he comes. Thank you very much, sir.
Good afternoon, students. I'm not going to say that. It is good to see your beautiful faces again. The last time we saw you, we were not able to have that long conversation. But I'm very much sure today you've been given enough reasons to stay off drugs. You've been given enough reasons from our facilitator. We've been given enough reasons to understand the basic concepts, the basic meaning of drug abuse, the horrors of drug abuse. So that's the essence. That's the reason why we've all gathered here today. Without wasting much of our time, I'll just like to give my speech of the day. The executive chairman of Ifakaja local government in absentia, the vice chairman, the distinguished on high table, that's the facilitators, our dignitaries from the NDLEA officers, the National Orientation Agency, and every other community leaders that have seated here today. I would like to say you're all welcome, and good morning. It gives me great pleasure to stand before you today as we gathered for a purpose that directly touches the future of our community. A seminar on drug abuse, the horrors of drug abuse, its effects and possible solution. These initiatives, which is being organized in partnership with Lifted, is not just another public sensitization exercise. It is a call to action. a reminder that the menace of drug abuse is not someone else's problem. It is ours to confront collectively. As your representative in this local government, the good people of my ward, and the entire students of this local government, I want you all to understand that the major reason why we have always been ensuring that you get the best is because you are the future of today, not tomorrow again. So whatever it is that you learned from everyone that's gathered here today, that's seated here today, it is for the best of your future. It is going to be very, very useful for you, and for you to understand that your parent alone cannot do it. I have observed with deep concern how substance abuse has crept into our neighborhoods, schools, and even homes, destroying destinies and distorting dreams. Many of our young people today, out of curiosity or peer pressure, fall into this dangerous trap, unaware of the long-term consequences it carries for their health, their mental stability, and overall future. Today's seminar is designed to educate, enlighten, and empower, to help our youth understand the real dangers behind drug misuse and to expose them to positive alternatives that promote productivity and sound living. On this note, I must sincerely appreciate the executive chairman of this local government, Honorable Prince Usman Akobi Amzat, who has always has the best of the student at heart, who has always ensured that he's a youth also. And whatever it is that he's doing, he demonstrates it, he acts along it. And that is why today you would notice that those of us that have occupied public office today, we are virtually youths. Starting from the executive chairman himself, Prince Usman Akobi Amzat, down to the member representing the Lagos House of Assembly, Honorable Adewale Temitokpe Adedejija. They have been so helpful in ensuring that every student gets the entire education, entire advocacy, entire admonition that it is necessary for them to have today. Nevertheless, I must also sincerely appreciate my very dear sister, Mrs. Francesca Unsumen Okonkwo, the visionary leader of Lifted, and our dedicated team for partnering with us to make, please put your hands together for Lifted, please. That is not loud enough. Please put your hands together for Lifted again. Their passion for youth development and social transformations aligns perfectly with our vision for a healthier and more responsible community. Let me also use this opportunity to call on our parents, teachers, religious leaders, and community members to remain vigilant. I remember yesterday I was at the police divisions we have in the local government. I met with the security agency, the DPO Red House, the DPO Area G, and also at Penn Cinema. You know, they spoke at length regarding this menace. And the only thing that we can do to curb all of it is to keep sensitizing our youth, is to keep sensitizing the students, because it does not stop here. People don't just get to stop taking drugs. Like you heard when one of our facilitators was saying that we need to keep saying it. We need to keep making it ring bells. We need to make you understand that it is a continuous process. If they may feel that because we have had a previous program in the past, that would not keep having it again. It will not stop. Because the only reason why we are in this office is because of you people. If we deem it fit not to enlighten you, to empower you with this important and bright informations, it's going to affect you all. And then we will not have anything to gain out of it. Rather, we need to keep ensuring that we pass across the details information, the details, menaces, and every other social vices in our society. So like I said, I also want to use this opportunity to call on the parents, teachers, religious leaders, and community members to remain vigilant. The fight against drug abuse requires all hands on deck. We must not only warn our students, we must not only warn our pupils, we must not only warn our youths about the dangers of drugs, but also create enabling environment that supports their growth and aspirations. You heard when Dr. Ophili was saying that drug abuse or involving in drug itself kills ambitions. If I had actually not been so prudent to myself today, if I had been involved in anything that has to do with drugs today, I wouldn't be standing in front of you, advocating for it. Is that clear at all? Do you understand what I'm saying? As we speak today, I can tell you, like I always tell you, I still remain the youngest lawmaker, the youngest councillor in Lagos State. And you now get to discover that how do I get to do it? I've been saying this a couple of times, and I'll keep telling you that if you do not stay away from bad friends, if you do not allow people to pressure you, your friends to pressure you, you are going to have problem. So you must be able to have control over your thinking. You must be able to have control over yourself. Let's not forget today is World Health Mental Day. Abi, I hope you know that. Are you sure? Do you all know that today is World Health Mental Day? So part of the reason why we have put these programs together to ensure that we let you see the reasons, the importance of staying off drugs. So what will you say? You say no to what? You say what? So to our young participants here today, the students entirely, I want to say this. Please, I want you to listen to me. Your future is too precious to be wasted on drugs. What did I say? Your future is too precious to be wasted on drugs. You remember that our facilitator made us understand that there is a difference between drugs and medications. We are talking about drugs entirely. My brother man, my sister woman, today I'm telling you that if you want to be successful in life, if you want to go far or higher in life, you need to stay away from drugs. Stay focused, stay ambitious, and stay drug-free. There are endless opportunities waiting for you if you remain disciplined and determined. Once again, I welcome you all and encourage everyone to participate actively in today's discussion. Let us leave here more informed, more inspired, and more determined to make our society a drug-free community. Thank you all, and God bless you all. I remain Honorable Adenekun Ibrahim Philo. Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Please, a round of applause for him. I want to really thank the administration of the Fakoje local government area. I don't know if I should say this. I don't know if this is going to be me being partial, but I mean, I have no choice. I want to really say that I'm so happy and excited about this local government. I don't know which local government has done, of course, they might be doing, right? But you see, I'm trying to be very political right now. I don't know what local government has had the hearts of pupils in this area to organize programs. I really wish I was able to enjoy what you guys are receiving today. And I want to really thank you all. Thank you so much, SARS and MAS. Thank you for making us understand that you value us and that you care so much about us. Thank you very much. So please, can you put your hands together for Ifako-Ijaye constituency? From the 001 to every single person. So we want to recognize Honorable Philom again. Thank you very much, sir. We want to recognize Mrs. Kaitel Kehinde, National Orientation Agency, Ifako-Ijaye, who is ably represented by Mrs. Odele. We also want to recognize Otumba Eitayo Ogunmola, who is ably represented by Comrade Alao Michael. Thank you very much, sir. We also want to recognize Comrade Oluwaseun Ayomashi, the NYCN coordinator, Ifako-Ijaye, who is ably represented by Wenga Hooper. Can we put our hands together for them? Thank you very much, sirs, for coming. And right about now, I told us about the NDLEA, and they are here for us. So before we do what is expected of us to do and give honor to whom honor is due, who can tell me, if you push your echo is very, very loud, can you give me the full meaning of the NDLEA? Again? So now they know that you recognize them fully and you know who they are. Now let's welcome them. You want to clap for yourself? Oh, yeah, clap, clap. You try. You did well. Thank you. So we want to recognize Assistant Superintendent of Narcotics 2, Macaulay Titilayo. Yes, please clap. Thank you very much, ma'am. We also want to recognize Senior Narcotic Agent Ibrahim Umar. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. And would also want to recognize Assistant Superintendent of Narcotics 1, Fatola Latifat. Thank you very much, ma. And ma, just as you're upstanding, let us be upstanding as we welcome her for their representation. Can we keep clapping till she comes? Keep clapping. So get ready for a mind-blowing session. Thank you very much, ma. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Are we in the morning? Good afternoon. Are we in the afternoon? Good morning, everyone. Yeah, okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, students. Permit me to stand on the already established protocol. She has introduced me already, and I am from National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. So I used to take a little while to take my time to reorientate us whenever I have the chance. Most of the time when we see NDLEA, what comes to our mind? I will need answers now. When you see NDLEA, what comes to your mind? To run? What do you do when you see NDLEA? All right. Yes, most people will say they want to run away. Why are you running? Did you do anything wrong? All right, so let me just start from introducing myself as she has done. I'm here to represent my Deputy State Commander, which she was not able to make it here due to an official assignment. So we are here to represent her. So NDLEA has two broad mandates. We have the Drug Supply Reduction Unit, and we have the drug demand reduction units. The one you see around that you normally run away from, that's the one that is the supply reduction unit, the enforcement unit. They enforce the law. Once you disobey the law, they would arrest you. But we also have another side to NDLEA. That's the drug demand reduction unit. Just like in economics, I know I have economics students here. Demand and supply. If you balance the two, what's going to happen? If there's no demand, will there be supply? If there's no supply, will there be demand? So that's why NDLEA is balancing the two. That's our two broad mandates. The demand reduction unit entails treatment and rehabilitation, drug abuse preventive education, just like I'm doing now, sensitization programs, and then liaison with NGOs. We can't be everywhere. So we liaise with NGOs to go to grassroots to talk to people about drugs. So today, we are here with our topic, horrors of drug abuse, the effects and possible solution. But let's take a look at this. We have the World Mental Health Day. Have we asked ourselves, why did they choose that topic, talking about drugs, when today we are celebrating World Mental Health Day? Do I have anybody that can contribute for me? Anyone?
My name is Elte Bukla from SS1 class. And the reason why we are talking about drugs on Mental Health Day is because how drugs affect our mental health, but in a bad way. It changes our mood and our reaction to stimuli and other external.
Please give him a round of applause. Like he did justice to it. It's simply because it affects your mental health. If you take your mental health as your top priority, I don't think we'll have issues with drugs. So today, I'll begin. Next slide. I want to start with, let's think about choices. What are the choices we make? Why I'm using this route is because my doctor has done a good justice to what is drug, what drug is, scientific meaning of drugs, different types of drugs. But let's take a look at choices. The choice we make, every choice has consequences, positive or negative, isn't it? Please, I need your rapt attention. Isn't it? The choice you make, whether positive or negative, have consequences, isn't it? So I'm asking a question now. You have exams. Will you like to study for the exam, or you will go out with your friends? Which one will you do? Should I join my friends in skipping school? You feel sad and a friend says, take a pill that can make you feel better. Would you do that? Then the last one, you're tired, and a classmate says, Tramadol helps you stay awake. Are you going to accept that? Those are the choices we make. You understand why I'm asking these questions when we dive in. So examples of the daily choices we make. We have how to use our time after school. What do you use your time to do? Do you go home straight? When you get home, what do? You do your chores. If you finish your chores, do you study today's activity? What the teacher said in school? Did you do that? Whether you say yes or no to peer pressure, he spoke in depth about peer pressure, which is really affecting us at this age group. I'm also asking that, who do you spend your time with? Is this someone that will be beneficial, or someone that will impact you positively or negatively? Then I'm going to, why do you think some young people start using drugs? Why? We talk about drugs every time. I think it's even included in our curriculum. Isn't it? I think civic education. Am I correct? And yet, we still see people doing these drugs. So, are we not going to ask ourselves, why do you think some young people do drugs? Even when they know the impact, the effects, they know that this is this, they've heard a lot of things about it. So, let's think about it. Why do you think young people do drugs? Are we asking ourselves that? I would ask that question later on. But before we go in depth, I won't go in depth into the definition of drugs because he has done that for me. The word drug simply means a chemical substance, whether natural or synthetic, which when taken into your body affects your mood, your state of mind, or your behavior. And there are chemical substances used to prevent or treat diseases or ailments, but alters the mood when consumed. It ranges from socially acceptable drugs, through prescription drugs, to illicit drugs. Socially acceptable, what I meant by that is they are socially acceptable. No law is enforcing, there's no law prohibiting the drug, but they also have harmful effects on the body. We have prescription drugs. Those are the ones the doctor will prescribe to you, but people abuse it too. Then we also have illicit drugs. These are the ones that the laws of our land frown at. They are already prohibited. So we have different examples there, and we already saw what they do to our body in our previous lecture. Then, what then is drug abuse? When is drug said to be abused? It's a situation when the use of drug is not medically necessary. That takes us to the prescription drug. He gave us an example. He said, tramadol, those days, they were something they sell for people to ease pain. But we see people abusing it. Even if a doctor will prescribe tramadol to us, they won't prescribe more than, I think, if I'm correct, doctor, 50 milligram. But we see people using 2 to 5, 500. That's like times 10. Are you not thinking about what that does to the body? Then when the use is legally prohibited, in the case of the ones that are legally prohibited, the likes of cannabis, heroin, cocaine, and the likes. Then, in the case of socially acceptable drugs, when they are used in excess, those are when drug is said to be abused. Sorry. In the case of socially acceptable drugs, examples of socially acceptable drugs are alcohol, cigarettes, cola nuts, coffee. They all contain one thing or the other that affects our body, either stimulants or depressants. Then we have categories of drug. We have the depressants, we have the stimulants, and we have the hallucinogens. Just from their names, depressants, they depress the body. They slow down the activity of the central nervous system. Let's have it at the back of our mind that whenever we take drugs, they have impact on the central nervous system. Do I have biology students here? What is the central nervous system? I can't hear you again, no. Central nervous system. Thank you. So, mainly the brain, the depressants, they slow down the messages between the brain and the body. That's when you see the person respond slowly to anything. It depresses. Just like, let me use the case of electricity. When they bring low current, what happens? Low current. Are we familiar with low current lights? When they bring it, what happened? What happened to that bulb? Or what happened to that appliance? Can someone answer that for me? What happens to it? Okay.
Sometimes the bulb will get burnt, appliances in the house will get spoiled.
Okay. exactly what it does to the body. It slows it down. You respond slowly. And then the concentration and coordination is affected. The ability to respond to what is happening around you is very slow. Let's say, for instance, someone is shouting, emergency lights, there's fire. Someone high on depressants would not even respond. When everybody has gone out, that's when you start responding to what did they say. And the deed would have been done by then. Then we have the stimulants, just from the name. They stimulate the central nervous system. They speed it up. Hyperactivity. The heart will beat faster. The blood pressure will go up. Your body temperature too will go up. Then sleeplessness. That person will be restless. Then we'll have the hallucinogens. These ones, they distort the perception. They affect the sense of reality. That's when they tell you that you are seeing sounds and hearing vision. Is that possible? You're seeing sounds and hearing vision. Is that possible? Yes. So that is what hallucinogens does. They distort your perception. That's why necessarily you see some videos, you'll be wondering why this person is swimming on a flat surface. It's because to him he's seeing a swimming pool, but you are not seeing it. He's hallucinating. That's just the meaning. So that's what hallucinogens does. Then, let's go to the next slide. I asked a question the other time. I said, why do you think young people go into drugs, even when they know that this is harmful, this is dangerous? Number one, peer pressure. At this our age, we want to fit in. Fear of being left out. Fear of people laughing at me. You are not a man enough. You are not a guy. The things around us. We want to fit into friends. We want to belong to a group. Then we have curiosity. It's so common in this our age group. We are curious. We want to experiment. That's why sometimes you are not shown these drugs necessarily before we normally bring it and we'll start showing it to you. But besides, we know you even know it. You know some of them. But because of curiosity and experimentation, there are some people that even as they are listening to it and they are hearing the impact and they are seeing the videos, they still want to go and try it and see how does it feel. They said I will look like this. I want to see how it feels. So out of that curiosity, they go ahead and still go ahead and take these drugs. They want to know what are they saying that it feels. I want to feel it. So that's another example of reasons why people use drugs. Then we also have stress and problems. People want to escape the reality of life. School stress. I asked a question the other time. What do you do when you get home? Do you just go and play? Do you sit down? Do you go through the activities you did in school? If you do that, I think it will be easier for you when you want to read your exam for your exams. Just go through it. What did my teacher teach me today? Or he taught me this page. It will be easier rather than you finding that escape routes during exams that you want to read the whole textbook within how many hours. Then you now stay overnight. You will not sleep. You think you can cheat nature? It's not possible. That's when some people will carry water, they will put their legs in it. They will tell me they don't want to sleep. Why didn't you prepare? So, I'm using that as an example because that is what is peculiar to us. School problems. We also have family problems too. Maybe we have homes that are broken and we are not happy with the way our parents are. Those are emotional stress. Then we have media and social influence. I know some of us have social media. We have phones with us. Even though they are not allowed in school, some of us have it at home. So what do you use your phone to do? Do you use it, do you use it in the healthy way? Does it add to you or it subtracts from you? What do you use it to do? You go on social media, watch TikTok, Instagram, instead of you, maybe you didn't understand what the teacher said. And then you go to Google. Oh, scientific name of so. That's how you can make use of your phone, even if you're using phone. This mathematical problem, I am having issue with it. There are so many Google books or Google records that will bring the solution out for you. Rather than you going there to go and watch people dancing on TikTok or people shaking whatever it is on TikTok or Instagram, or because you saw a celebrity, I want to be like that celebrity. Before that celebrity was like that, the celebrity passed through something. So then we also have boredom and idleness. The person, nothing to do. They just want to experiment. Let's try this. Let's add A plus B plus C plus D. That gives rise to some of the unconventional drugs we have now. Examples, we have different unconventional drugs now that even when we, as the counselors, we look at it and we'll be like, people are abusing this. Household items that normally if I see you with it, I can't say I want to come and arrest you for it. But people abuse it. An example is, if someone is going to the toilet, will I hold the person back and say don't go into the toilet? But people do that to get high. I don't want to explain that because I know some people are curious. Then we also have low self-esteem, which also boils down to, I want my friends to accept me. The confidence, people don't like me. I want to talk. I don't have the boldness to talk, this and that. So lack of confidence and wanting to appear bold or mature. You can build that yourself. It doesn't start in a day, but you can build that. Then we also have family influence. Parents and siblings or relatives who use drugs. We have it around us. Our parents will send us to go and buy alcohol, or to go and buy cigarettes, or to go and buy this, or to go and buy that. But that doesn't mean we should venture into that. It all boils down to choice. The next slide, please. So we are looking at the brain versus the drugs. This is how our brains are. I don't know if you can see it. The ones in charge of movement, sensation, vision, judgment, reward, memory, pain, and coordination. We are going to be taking a look at that orange one, that reward system. That orange one is the one that plays the most impact. The natural reward system that we have is food, water, nurture. And for the matured ones, the other one. But in the case of drugs, drug rewires this. So before the person thinks about eating any meal or getting satisfied with eating any food, or before the food, he thinks about any food or is satisfied with the food, the first thing he will think about is that drug. Before he drinks and be satisfied, drink water or drink anything, maybe you had a very long day, you're thirsty, that person won't think about water. The drugs has already rewired that particular reward system. The next slide, please. So let's take a look at different effects each drug has on the brain. We can see how the normal brain looks like, isn't it? Can we see that? Do I have your attention? So can we see that? We see the normal brain. We see the alcoholic user. Can we see the difference? We see the marijuana. Can we see the difference? We see the heroin. We see the cocaine user. So what's the difference? We all answered yes. So what's the difference between all this and the normal brain? The color, the shape, there are holes, isn't it? Destruction. Thank you. So that means we understand what we are looking at. So we see what each drug does to the brain. The alcoholic user, the marijuana, the heroin, and the cocaine user. Then we also have, I was talking about the natural reward system the other time. So the natural rewards I was talking about are the food, water, sex, and nurturing. That was what I explained the other time. But for someone that is already hooked on drugs, the natural reward system will not be there again. It is rewired. He prefers to take drugs than this. I see a lot of clients who tell me, after maybe when they come for rehabilitation and they start eating well, they will tell you, you see me getting fat. No, it's not because of that, though. Before I came here, 1 month, 2 months, I don't even think about food. Maybe I'll just be drinking water, or I'll just eat anything that comes to me. All I want to take is that particular drug. That is what his drug does. So the next slide, what are the effects of drug abuse? We have the physical, we have the psychological, we have the social, and the legal effects. The physical effects, our previous lecture has done justice to that. But in summary, we have impaired judgment and memory, hypertension, excessive heartbeats, damage to unborn babies for the females, damage to unborn babies, to the uterus, the womb that carries the baby. Then we damage to the immune system. We also have premature deaths. It interferes with the normal function of the body. Brain, heart, liver, kidney, lungs, name it. So we listening to this, shouldn't we look at that health impact rather than we looking at that? Let's forget about the morals and the ethics that people look at. What about your health? They are telling you this thing affects your lung, your liver, and it's not immediately. Because sometimes you'll be like, brother Lagbaja, he used to smoke now, and I'm still seeing him, he's still standing strong. When that thing will occur, you never can tell. And there's another thing that what happens to A might not necessarily happen to B. That example is, you see someone take a bottle of beer, he's not intoxicated. And you see someone just take a shot, he will scatter this whole place. That's because our body compositions are different. So because your friend tried it and nothing happened, that doesn't mean if you try it, nothing will happen. Do we understand that? So we also have the psychological effects. We have the sleeplessness, anxiety. We have cravings, desire, psychosis. We have paranoia, memory loss, and poor judgment. Then we have the social effects, truancy, isolation, and social withdrawals, cultism in schools. We have prostitution. We have violence and communal crises. What is happening in our society? We should take a look at it. Can someone really do that in the same mind? You carry gun or you kidnap your fellow human being, or you cut your fellow human being, or you kill your fellow human being. So it contributes to communal crisis and violence. Then the legal effects. Anybody caught using, distributing, selling, or in possession of illegal substances or restricted medications without proper prescriptions is liable of prosecution under the NDLEA Act, with a jail term of ranging from 6 months to 25 years imprisonment. So, we can see an example of a damaged lung and a normal lung. Next slide. We see this one looks like a smoked asun, Abi? Yes. Then we can see an example of what drug can do in the space of 3 years. It makes you look older than your age. Then, I'm going to be moving to how peer pressure leads to drug abuse. I wanted to talk about that because for this our age group, peer pressure is something that is so alarming. Friends may say, just try it once. Nothing will happen. isn't it? If you don't smoke, you're not a man or woman. You don't belong. Or everybody is doing it. Don't be boring. Those are the things. So many students fall into drugs because they want to fit in or avoid being laughed at. What are the refusal skills you can try? How to say no. You say a firm no. No, I don't use drugs. Or you can give a reason. I can't. I'm focused on my studies or future. Or you can change the subject. Let's go play football instead. Or I'm going home, I need to pass out. You can find something to say. Or you can avoid risky places and friends. Stay away from parties, corners, or groups known for drugs. Then you can walk away. Leave the situation confidently. Most of the time, I emphasize on being assertive. When you're saying your no, don't say your no and still be, no, I don't want. You have to be assertive. No. You either walk away. The person will not stop you. Rather, the person will just say something and that's it. So you say your no and you walk away. Then use humor. No thanks. I don't want to look like an old man at 20. So, we are moving on to how can we build good decision-making habits? If we take a look at the heading there, choices are the decisions we make. All these things still boils down to choices. How can you build good decision-making habits? You pause and think before you act. I'm almost done. You practice assertiveness. I said that. Say no when needed. Talk to a trusted adult or mentor. Stay true to your personal values and long-term goals. Some of us, we want to be doctors, lawyers, engineers, pilots, everything. But are we on that track? Are we studying? You want to become a medical doctor. You're not studying well. Physics, chemistry, biology, you're not excelling at it. How do you want to do that? Then we want to use the STOP model. What does HES means? Can we read that out? I can't hear you. That means we are distracted. You stop, pause and think before acting. Think before you act. Then T, what does T stand for? Look at them. What are my choices? This choice I want to make now. My friend says, let's go to joints. This choice I want to make now. Think about it. Am I going to excel in my studies if I do that? Will I be able to attend classes if I do that? What could have happened? My health will be affected. I'll start having low performance in school. Those are the things you think about. Then what does O stand for? And then P, we can see down there that every choice has consequences, positive or negative. And in the right corner, we see top, is it left or right? We can see that you always have a choice to say no. Then what are the other remedies we can also do? Drug education, just like in schools, they included it in your civic education. Practicing refusal skills, just like I said, saying no and walk away. Be a good role model. There are some people that are looking up to you. Your siblings, they are looking up to you. Then starting a club or activities that provide alternative use of time, like WADA Club. What's the meaning of WADA here? The word they are talking about is not the word you will carry AK-47 or rifle. You are fighting that war against drug abuse. And it starts now by you making a good choice and decision. Then we have encouraging friends who have drug problems to seek help. You cannot help them because sometimes when you are trying to help them, you might be lured into it. and then you fall victim. So if you see a friend that is already into drugs, help the person to seek help, or let the person seek help. You have school counselors, or talk to a trusted adult. Let the person know. Then from there, they will seek a professional help. Then reporting drug peddlers to appropriate authorities and provision of recreational facilities. Then I have a video here which is showing us some of the effects of drug. That's just double quick. Okay. Not to take much of our time. Okay. So tell me, what will happen to that? Will I start from head or brain? I should start from brain. What will happen to that brain? Right now, he's not feeling it though, because he's already high on drugs, so he won't feel anything. But when the drug wears out or wears off, what's going to happen? Then we also have another video of someone swimming in the gutter. That's when I talked about hallucination. Maybe he sees that he's in the swimming pool or something. I don't know. But can you do that with, in the same mind? Either he's trying to ease the pain he's feeling, whatever it is in, maybe he's trying to ease the pain, or maybe something is happening to him. So, all right, in conclusion, drug abuse and trafficking destroys lives and shatters dreams. It creates atmospheres of insecurity, disrupts academic program, thereby preventing meaningful learning. NDLEA cannot be everywhere, but we can have patriotic Nigerians like all of you willing to partner with us in riding Nigeria the menace of hard drugs. Allowing a drug dealer in your neighborhood is like harboring a snake in your homes. Any member could be a victim. Therefore, if you see something, my dear compatriots, your future is bright. Pursue your dreams without drugs so that in the near future, we can have governors, honorable, senators, whatever it is, engineer, doctor, whatever you want us to add to it, to your names, and Nigeria depend on you for a better future. You can do it, and you will do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Can we put our hands together for the entire NDLEA team? Can we thank them? Oh, my God. I wanted to cry. I was just shouting on my seat. I wonder. You see why we are putting measures, we are doing this kind of sensitization, awareness for you, so that that thing can never be you or anybody close to you, right? It can never be me. It's not a confession. It means that you will do something to make sure that it will never be what? It will never be what? It will never be what? I think at this point, if we end there, we're even fine. But we are not done. I'm very, very grateful to Lifted and the Ifakija LJ, for this initiative. People are laughing. I hope you are thinking about the horror. Is that why the noise is going on there? Is that for the horror? Are you discussing the horror? Okay, I'm discussing the horror, right? Nice one. I like it. So now that you've seen the horrors of drug abuse, is it what you want to do? No. Is it what you would allow somebody beside you do? No. If you see, what do you do? If you see, what do you do? I heard about the refusal. I listened to the refusal hack you were giving about the stop. What was it? The STOP. Let's say it together. Want to go? Okay, now I know you are rehearsing it. Are you with me? Can we say it now? Oh, yeah, I want to hear it loud. 1, 2, 3, go. Pause and think before what? Okay. I don't want to give someone the microphone. I want all of you to say it, even though you are muttering. Let's say it like that. T is what? What are your? That means you have a. O is what? O is for what? That means there is something you can do. You can either stay there and argue with them, or you can do what? You can do what? Okay, wait. Sometimes you don't need to argue. Don't explain anything. Just what? Walk away. And what is P finally? What did I hear? So that means there are options and there's a better option. There is the best option, and it is to walk away. So now, can you put your hands together for the NDLEA and for yourselves for understanding? Remember that we don't want you to become curious. You don't have to test it. I know that you've heard the experience is the best teacher. Is that what they said? But it's not the truth in all cases. In this drug abuse, is experience the best teacher? Is experience the best teacher? Do you need to experience it? These clips you've seen from the very first speaker, from Dr. Anthony's video up until now, have you had enough experience now? Thank you. So we're trying to make sure that you can take this. What's the noise? What is that noise for? Please, I want to have decorum in this hall. I mean quietness. We're not playing. Me, I wanted to cry, but I don't have tissue. That's why I did not cry. I thought I will not spoil my makeup. Because it was not funny. I mean, that's somebody's son. That's somebody's brother. That's somebody's uncle. That's somebody's elder brother. That is somebody's husband. That could be somebody's father and grandpa. You see? So when you see something you don't like, you're not comfortable with, do what? Report. I know that we have a song. These are my private part. It's not only for children, no. These are my private part, private part. It means that your destiny is what? Important to you. So what should you do? Guard it. Secure it. Be the security officer for your mind, for your soul, and for your body. Before you even report to the police, you already are guiding yourself. You know why? Because the destiny we're talking about is your own. Are we together? The people that they are trying to take away from drug now, Shebi, is somebody that is okay that's taking care of them. It's somebody that is okay that's taking care of them, right? Exactly. So it means that if you're not okay, you cannot help somebody. So in order to impact our society and make meaningful contributions, and at least not waste your parents' school fees, you will go to the university. You will study whatever you want to become. Look at the doctor in our midst. Look at the NDLEA. See what they are doing. Raising awareness, sensitizing us, teaching us, educating us. The teachers in your school, the same thing. Imagine if they had got lost in drug. What would they be? You would not have the opportunity of meeting them. So I want us to really, really take what we are doing today very, very serious. And we will be done in a few minutes. But let this experience be with you. Let this be with you. Let this option be with you. That you have a choice and that you can walk. And you can do what? So we want to recognize also some important person in our midst. And we have the representative of Honorable Adewale Temitope Adedeji, the OON, Honorable Member, Lagos State House of Assembly, Ifaki-Jaye Constituency 01, ably represented by Otumba Shegu Akinle, the team lead ATA Media. Can we put your hands together for him? You're very welcome, sir. We also have Honorable Kalmadin Olarewaju. Can you put your hands together? I'm calling names that you should recognize. Thank you. And also, we also have the Vice Chairman, Ward C2, Mr. Sunday Fajobi. Thank you very much, sir, for coming. We really appreciate you. We are happy that you have us at heart, and we appreciate your time and your presence. Thank you very, very much. So there's a video we'll be playing for you shortly. And that video now is about the rejection. So the thing is, after you have seen somebody that has gone through the horrors of drug abuse, I don't know where I'm pointing. It's like, it's doing me like I'm in a classroom. Please forgive me. Like, you know the board. So you see the horrors of drug abuse. That means somebody that has been affected greatly by this drug abuse and everything that happened with it. You saw the brain, right? You know the brain affects the way you think. Maybe today is World Mental Health Day. So that means the people that are not using their brain well, something went wrong. Abi? Exactly. So we'll be having a video up on rejection as a result of drug abuse. You don't want to experience somebody. In fact, before I played that video, we played the video, I had a friend. He died some years ago. He's not my friend, but he's a friend to my brother, like their childhood friend. So my brother plays football, and my brother went on to continue his football career. And this his friend, of course, found other ways to make money. Not because he does not have a skill, but he felt he wanted to do shortcuts and make money faster. You know why I'm sweating? This matter is very, very serious. You need to feel the emotion from me, right? So this guy was on drugs, and he used to have flesh like me, like he was very healthy. I don't want to use anybody in this all, but you know when somebody is slim, like a broomstick, before you know what, he became very slim. Like able facilitator said from the NDLEA. She said, what, you now begin to crave food over drugs. You now begin to crave drugs over food, right? And when you don't eat well, your body cannot be healthy. He emaciated to a point where he was now becoming, in Igbo, we say okporoko, like fishbone. Do you understand? Yes. And it was not a good sight, because somebody that had flesh that is not HIV and AIDS is now the person. This is what happened. He had an accident, right? And because of the weakness of his body, that accident, he would have survived it. His body was impacted heavily. We didn't know until that happened. What happened to him? You know when a car has an impact and it hits us something, it just hits the head. It's not on the steering, no. The side of the car. I don't know what they call it, but the side of the car. Like that exit, now when you want to open the door. And what happened to him? I think there was an internal whatever in his brain. So somebody might say it's not drug, but he does not eat food. It's not healthy. So you know what your body can take, and you can manage. Now, because his body has been impacted greatly, negatively, he couldn't survive it. And when they went to keep the hospital, they said that he was not okay. He couldn't have, if he was a healthy person, maybe one way or the other, that the things he takes, the healthy food he eats, would have helped him. And that was how we lost that guy. Right? And his sisters, they felt so bad, gradually became, what will I call it now? But the end point of my story was that they didn't handle the matter well. One of the sisters continued again. She said her brother left her, that he has abandoned her. How will he leave her alone? question, you can ask. And after him, we'll play the video and get back to the Q&A. And that is how we'll call today a wrap.
My name is Adebo Ali Matthew, and I'm from Iju Senior Grammar
Are you?
School.
You can take
My name is Adebo Ali Matthew, and I'm from Iju Senior Grammar School. So my question is, when you are, maybe you are called. My question is that maybe when you are invited to come and join drug addicts group, and you felt like, no, I'm not joining, you told them no. And you now use an example that, okay, I don't want to be like a 20-year-old guy. Some people will not take it as if you are just using to play with them. They'll feel like you are trying to insult me that I'm old, and they'll bully you there immediately.
So come. It's a question, right? Can you say it one more time?
My question is that when you are called to come and join the group or whereby they are taking hard drugs, and you told them that, no, I'm not joining, that I don't want to look like a 20-year-old or 50-year-old man, they will feel like, are you trying to insult me? Are you trying to insult us in our group? And they will bully you there. So my question is that if you don't want to use an example like that, what can you do without you saying that? Because you might get bullied and be beaten there and don't know what will happen is.
Thank you very much. Sir, you understood this question, right? He said if you go to tell them what you told us to tell them, that do you want me to look at 20 years old somebody? Won't they bully him or beat? What will he do? Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can. Yes, thank you, ma'am. If you also, a minute, ma'am, please. If you also have questions for Dr. Antonio Philly for what he has shared, please bring them on before we can play that video.
Okay. Well, we gave different examples. Is he here? Where is
Yes,
the boy?
he's here,
that
he's
has
here.
it? Please listen carefully. The main thing is check your surroundings. See how it is like. What can you use to say no? I'm not saying you must say, I don't want to look like an old man or something. You can look for something to say. No, I want to quickly go to, just walk away. You just check who you are relating with. You know them already. You're the one familiar with them. So you are able to know, if I say so, if I say this, they can bully me and there's nobody to rescue me. So you don't necessarily need to use that humor. But sometimes if you see that these people are the people that I can joke around with, maybe your friends, your age group, you can just tell them that, no, I'm not taking no. I don't want to look ugly. I don't want to be, he said something like, I have a light head. If I take it, it can easily, is it kill me or something? So you find something to say. Not necessarily it must be that humor you must say. Do you understand? Look around you. Let's say, for instance, now I have people that live in Ojo-Elegba, Surulere, Shita, and the likes. Those places are vulnerable. And there are things you cannot say. So you can easily find something to say, I forgot to take my, just get out or leave the place. Do you understand?
Yes, thank you very much, ma'am. She's saying you can say, I want to go and collect my book from somewhere. Just give a reasonable excuse. Not really something that would make the person angry. Because sometimes those guys, they are not nice.
Exactly.
Do you understand? Yes, I know that there will be more clarity to that particular question, but I think you know what to say now. Don't go and say what to vex them. That's the thing. Don't go and say what they will say, and they will knock your head and conk you. My mom is calling me. You will run. Oh, let me go. Sir, sir, I'm coming. Do you understand? Thank you. So your question.
Good everyone. My name is Goodness Noma. Good everyone. My name is Goodness Noma. I'm from Ifakoija, a senior comprehensive high school. My question is for Dr. Antonio Philly. My question is, this drug abuse, the horror of drug abuse, we've been discussing, like we've been looking for ways to curb it. And I know that the government are aware, and even some of the top politicians are involved in it. But why did the government not ban all these hard drugs like cocaine, marijuana? Because a shop across from this local government, there is a shop that they sell cocaine and marijuana, those stuff, they sell it there.
but it's still in existence, and they ask us to curb it. How? And why is the government not doing anything to stop it?
Thank you. This is our government. They will answer us now.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much for that question.
If you're sorry, sir. If you're leaving the hall, please do it quietly so we can hear what he's saying. Thank you very much. Please go ahead, sir.
Yes, I believe that question is more appropriate for the NDLA to answer that.
Yes.
So I'm going to hand it over to them to respond. Thank you.
Yes, sir. They are our government, so yes, sir. Thank you very much.
All right. Yes, we are to enforce the law, right?
Yes,
the
yes.
laws are there. The laws of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is there. We had to enforce it. But number one, I said something. I said we cannot be everywhere. When you see something, you say something. Number two, they gave you a choice. You choose it. And number three, you were asking to ban cocaine, heroin, and the like. They are already illegal. They are illicit drugs. If you are found with it, you will be arrested and prosecuted. So I think that is already in place.
Ma, you're very correct. Because why there is law is to enforce order. So it means that as long as there is law, there will always be people that will do what? Find the way out of the law to do what they want to do. But this is where the NDLA comes in, to enforce that you what? Comply to the Constitution. Are you with me? Do you understand? It's like in your family now. The video should be up in a few minutes. Yeah. In your family now, you say, Daddy gave us a rule or an instruction. Yeah. Okay, so the rejection video. The rejection video that will be upcoming is by Mr. Emeka Wokike, and he's with us here present, but he will be virtually because he has an important mission for us today. And let the video keep playing so that we can understand what he's talking about. I don't think we need to take more time again.
Drug Bible stands apart. It breaks the home, it breaks the heart. Liftedbreeds stands up to say there's hope for you, there's a better way. On the 10th of October, come and see at Ifako Ijaye LGD College Road, indeed. Education, care, and truth will reign. Together we can heal again. Stand up, speak out, say no to drugs today. Liftedbreeds and feel them lead the way. Oh, together we'll rise.
Hello everyone, good day. I hope everybody is doing well and that you're enjoying the program so far. First of all, I want to thank the conveners of this program for the wonderful opportunity to allow me to speak to the young people about the subject matter today. We see the work you are doing, and we say a big God bless you for going the extra mile to give our young people a hope and a future, and to ensure that they fulfill their glorious destinies. I want to also thank the Honorable that has been in support of this wonderful vision, and every other person who has helped to make Liftedbreeds, successful in whatever they set out to do. God bless you all, and thank you very much. Okay, so to my young people, my friends, God bless you. Thank you for coming. Many of you do not know that there's greatness hiding inside of you. Many of you do not know that hidden inside of you is a version of yourself that will do amazing things and bring an awesome transformation to your world and your generation. Because you see, the thing about youth is that it has a way of hiding greatness. And until we have people that can help us unlock it, it's possible to go through your life and not even scratch the surface of what you are meant to accomplish here on earth. Thank God you're not that unlucky because you happen to be here today. So today I want to talk to you about drug abuse as a consequence of emotional wounds. Drug abuse as a consequence of emotional wounds. But before I proceed, let me share a story with you. You know, when I was much younger, I think this was in my primary school days, that's when I picked up a stick of cigarette for the first time. You know, I saw a young man. He was one of the wayward people in our neighborhood back then, one of the notorious guys that was known to be naughty and rebellious. And we were burning something outside our house, and he happened to come by. And then my dad used to smoke, so there were cigarette butts lying all over the compound. And this young man picked up one of those cigarette butts and began to puff on it. And he was doing, you know, tricks with his smoke, blowing rings and all that. And the whole thing fascinated me. I was just there watching in awe as he was, you know, displaying with smoke in his mouth. So when everybody had left, I picked up a stick of cigarettes and tried to do as I saw, and I did copy and paste. And while I was blowing the cigarette like a flute, one of the people that used to stay with us then came and caught me and reported to my mother. Of course, you know, a Nigerian mother, she didn't take it lightly, and she flogged the living daylights out of me, locked me in the room and flogged me very well. And at the end of it all, she warned me sternly never to do it again. I don't mind telling you that I did not listen to that warning, and I continued the adventure into smoking. And I smoked from my JS2 to my second year in the university. That was my experience. As a matter of fact, as at the time I finally conquered this addiction, I was already getting addicted to Igbo, marijuana, and you know, the thing they hide me well, they sweet me, because then I used to rap. So when I smoke, the thing enters my head and I can flow the lyrics and all that. Well, thank God I'm no longer addicted to that. At the end of this, I will tell you what got me out of it. But you see, part of the reason why I'm sharing this story is that many times when young guys like us, someone older, comes and talks to us about addiction, you know, and staying away from some of these things, some of us, they feel, man, this guy don't know what's up. You know, make this guy free us. You don't know what to enjoy for this thing. So I said that to let you guys understand, you know that I understand exactly where you are coming from. I understand exactly what it feels like to think that you need to take something to feel better, to escape reality, you know, to feel all right once in a while, especially when life is stressing you, you know. I understand what it's like to take something, to feel you have to maintain your steez. So before the rest of other people, you look like a cool guy, you know, like you know what's up and all that. We've been there, we've done all that. Now, here's the funny thing. I will tell you this for free. Two things happened because I was addicted to cigarettes. The first is that because I was a smoker, I was not able to function without it. So whenever I don't smoke for a long time, I get jittery, my hands literally start shaking, and I cannot coordinate. The result of that was that I needed to depend on nicotine to be able to function. I was enslaved to it. It got so bad, and this is the second thing. The second thing is when I finally realized what cigarettes was doing to my body, how dangerous it is, how deadly it was, and I wanted to stop. I couldn't, and that's when I knew I was in trouble. Okay, so whether you want to believe it or accept it or admit it or not, anytime you are addicted to a substance, it makes you a slave to a substance. Now, let me explain something to you. Whenever you see people addicted to a substance, there is usually something that is the root of that addiction. The smoking, the drinking, the taking colos, the taking Igbo and all that, taking crack is just a symptom. A symptom is like a branch of a tree. Anytime you see a tree and you see fruit on its branches, that fruit you're seeing exists because there's another part of the tree called the root that goes into the ground. Without a root, there will not be a fruit. And no matter how many fruits you pluck from that branch, until you uproot that tree from its root, it will keep on reproducing the same fruit. So, in the same way, addiction is a fruit of a root that I'm going to talk about in the next few minutes. And what is that root? It is called rejection. A rejection. What is rejection? It is a wound in the soul caused by something that was done to you that makes you feel inferior, insignificant, unloved, and unwanted. And because you feel that way, because you have that wound, you start engaging in things that make you want to feel better about yourself, that make you want to feel important, that make you want to feel like you matter, that make you want to feel like you're relevant, that somebody has to notice you and acknowledge you. Many times people do things that end up destroying them. It comes from a place of trying to deal with those soul wounds. Now, that rejection can be caused by several things. Sometimes it is caused when people are born into families where their parents did not care about them, or they didn't look after them, or they didn't regard them. So maybe you're here and you happen to be in a family where your mother and your father don't see your worth. Sometimes they insult you, they say all manner of things against you. It looks as if they don't care for you, they don't care as if you even exist. When you come from such an environment, the tendency is that there's going to be an emptiness inside of you that makes you want to feel better about yourself. Sometimes it could be that you have a brother or sister that it looks as if they prefer more than you, and they're always comparing both of you. Sometimes it could be that maybe you're not too intelligent, not that you're not too intelligent, but you're not doing too well in class. And then they make mockery of you and say things like, people that are succeeding, do they have two heads? It could be, for example, that you've been through something. Maybe you think you're not handsome enough, you're not pretty enough, as the case may be. I don't know if I'm talking to any girls. I think I'm talking to just boys. But just in case there's any girl, you're not pretty enough or you're not handsome enough, and then you think that because of that, you are less in value because you're not a fine boy, you don't get steez, So all these things can make you feel less valuable than you actually are. Some other things that can cause it is maybe you were abused as a child. Somebody raped you, someone assaulted you, someone did things to you that makes you feel ashamed and made you start thinking like you are an object. And to escape from some of those things, you're finding the nearest escape.
So we have a platform for all the schools, and we'll send the entire video to that platform. So you can watch it and understand whatever is being said. So we want to wrap up now. We want to round up now. But before we leave, we just have to invite in the next 90 seconds, Mrs. Ajayi Ukamaka, the Assistant Director of Education, Education District 1, Agege, up here to come and give us an address for few minutes. Your education ministry, clap for them. Clap very well. She's been here with us listening, so listen to what she has to say, and this is where we would draw the curtain of today's program. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you very much. Hello, students. First of all, I really want to appreciate the organizers of this program, Mrs. Francisca Okonkwo. Then I really want to appreciate on behalf of our Tutor General, Permanent Secretary, that is supervising District 1, Education District 1, Dr. Oyetola. We want to appreciate the chairman of the local government and our honorable that is here. In fact, inviting our students. We've been attending programs on drug abuse, and all our students, I must tell you, I'm not exaggerating, our students in Education District 1, we've been attending programs, and that has really given them that power and that confidence to run away from drugs, because we don't even have issues with our students on drugs, I must tell you, because quite a number of that, even this week alone, we have about more than 5 programs on drugs and different schools from District 1, they always attend. And it has really, really made them to have that boldness. Even when their friends that are not attending school, they are luring them. They will be able, because they have had so much, they will be able to stand their ground that they are not doing any drug. And I want to really appreciate our Lagos State government because they are really doing well. Yes, I must appreciate Lagos State government on behalf of these students. Every time they have been invited, because there are some places that you have to pay before you go. There are some places that they have to pay before they even end up. But most of the time they come in, they listen to, and they are making use of it, making their lives better and the lives of other students around them. You know, there are just few that came around now, but when they go back to their school, the 2 or 3 of them will be picked out on the assembly to address the whole school. So they are cascading all this information back to other students. And I want to assure the organizers of this program that as far as Education District 1 is concerned, is no to drug. It's no to drug at all. We don't do drug. And that has been our slogan. Hello, student. What do we say? No to drug. What do we say? Again, what do we say? In Education District 1, what do we say? No to drug. And thank you, the organizers. God bless you.
Thank you so much, ma. Please, a round of applause for her. Once again, we want to thank Honorable Phylum and everybody, all of our facilitators who have joined us physically, virtually, and all of that. Every representation, we are very grateful. I want to say thank you very much. We also want to thank the NDLEA. Thank you so much. Can you shout thank you very much to all of them? Say thank you very much. Thank you very much. This thank you. You shake this place. So shake it again. Want to go? And God bless you. So we want to take our picture time. Hey, where are you running to? Come and take picture, Joe. How do we show that we did this today? So it's a picture time. So each school will take with the honorable and the CEO, administration, everybody. So let's be up here for pictures. So different schools, come and take a picture with us and all together. Should we do each school? So all schools, can we come up on the stage? All schools, yes. Be careful, don't sleep. Yeah, I don't know. Stand up, come and arrange yourself. The way you stand in your assembly. Be careful, though. Don't trip our wires and all of that. If you're not too tall like me, come to the front. Okay. Yes, we can start. Where is Madam Francesca? Please come. No, you're too close to the... please, oh. Step back a bit, step back. I also want the NDLEA because maybe after, yeah. Man, people can come up.
Drug abuse, tears, dreams are parked. It breaks the home, it breaks the home.
You can come, Madam.
Stands up to say there's hope for you. There's a better way. On the 10th of October, come and see. At Ifako, Ejike College Road, indeed. Education can true. Together we can heal again. Stand tall, speak out, say no to drugs. Today, Liftedbreeds and follow lead the way. Together we'll rise, together we'll stand, building a stronger, safer land. Oh, 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 oh,
If your school wants to take a personal picture, just by schools, if you're still available, you can come and join the picture after this particular picture taking.
Abuse they break our home. If they scatter the dream we own. Liftedbreeds don't rise to say. Enough of pain, let's find a way. Walked over 10, the place to be. If I call a giant, let's become education open change. Or stand up, speak up, say no
take with the constituency one by one.
Together we go heal, together we rise, a stronger youth, a brighter life. Liftedbreeds and follow, they lead the way. We go teach, we go reach, we go guide the youth to see. From schools to streets, we go touch lives. Mentorship, go make them thrive. Help us fund this global fight for our children to see the light. Every hand, every heart, make we play our part.
The person that won our presentation in our last event, please come for your gift. Oh, my God. Ever Bright Schools, are you still there?
For partnership or donation, contact Franca on 23482. Together let's build a generation unmatched in strength, purpose, and hope.
Wait, he just take on that one. Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah.
So the guy for the gift, I don't. Gift, Ever Bright, please go.
Live together, we can lift the quiz and build by build. Council Awards, C2. If I go, yeah, present. Drug abuse, they break our homes. They scatter the dreams we own. Liftedbreeds don't rise to say. Enough of pain, let's find a way. October 10th, the place to be. If I go,